Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this UEFA Nations League match between Belgium and the Netherlands. My name is Anthony Thomas, and I'm bringing you alternative commentary for the Commentary Hub this evening. We have the Derby der Lagerlanden, the Derby of the Low Countries. We're going to have the 128th meeting between these two local rivals. They are just emerging from the tunnel now at the King Baudouin Stadium in Brussels. For Belgium then, Roberto Martinez has opted for Simon Mignolet in goal. No Thibaut Courtois, a bit of a groin strain after the Champions League final, so he is absent. Then a back three of Toby Alderweireld, Dedrick Boyata, Jan Vertonghen, Thomas Meunier, Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, and Timothy Castagne in the midfield four. And then a front three of Hans Vanaken, Romelu Lukaku, and the captain, Eden Hazard. Substitutes for Belgium, Matt Sells, is the substitute goalkeeper. Alexis Saelemaekers, Arthur Theater, Yannick Carrasco, Yuri Tielemans, Leander Dendoncker, Leandro Trossard, Amadou Onana, Dries Mertens, Michy Batshuayi, and Charles de Kettelere make up the bench. The Dutch national anthem is about to be played.
Noble Belgique, ô mère chérie, à toi nos cœurs, à toi nos bras, à toi notre sang, ô patrie. Nous le jurons tous, tu vivras, toujours grande et belle, et ton invincible unité aura pour devise immortelle le roi, la loi, la liberté. Aura pour devise immortelle le roi, la loi, la liberté. Le roi, la loi, la liberté. Le roi, la loi, la liberté. O liebe Stadt, o Belgiens Erde, dir unser Herz, dir unsere Hand, dir unser Blut, o Heimaterde, wir schwören's dir, Vaterland, so blühe froh in voller Schöne, zu der die Freiheit dich erzog. Uns Volk hat Segen deine Söhne, Gesetz und Recht und die Freiheit hoch. Und Volk hat Segen deine Söhne, Gesetz und Recht und die Freiheit hoch. Gesetz und König und die Freiheit hoch. Gesetz und König und die Freiheit hoch. Wo sie war Belgien, wo heilig Land der Wagen, unsere Ziel en ons hart zijn u gelijk. Aanraakt ons hart met het bloed van onze adem. Wees ons doel in arbeid en het strijd. Bloei, o land, in eendracht liefde breken. Wees er uzelf en ongeklemd. Het wordt gedaan als van de bisschop spreken. Voor post, voor vrijheid en voor recht. Het wordt gedaan als van de bisschop spreken. Voor post, voor vrijheid en voor recht. Door ons was, voor vrijheid en voor recht. Door ons was, voor vrijheid en voor recht.
I will tell you the Dutch team. And Louis van Gaal has opted for a 3-4-1-2 formation. Jasper Cillessen gets the nod between the posts. The back three is Jurnen Timber, Virgil van Dijk, and Nathan Ake. Across the midfield, Denzel Dumfries, Davy Klaassen, Frankie de Jong, and Daley Blind. Steven Berghuis is sitting in that number 10 role, and he's sitting behind the two strikers of Steven Bergwijn. But that's Steven Berghuis and Steven Bergwijn in the starting lineup, not to be confused. And, of course, Memphis Depay. A good crowds have come over the border from the Netherlands. Plenty of them singing the national anthem. And now we're about to running through the Dutch substitutes. Tim Krul and Mark Vlekken, two goalkeepers on the bench. We've got Hans Hateboer, Matthias de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij, Tyrell Malatia, Jordan Teze, Guus Til, Teun Koopmeiners, Noah Lang, Cody Gakpo, and Burnley's very own Wout Weghorst. I mean, Jordan Teze is a potential debutant for the Dutch, and for Belgium, if Amadou Onana gets off the bench, then he will be making his competitive debut for the Red Devils. So other than Courtois and his groin strain, Jason Denayer misses out for Belgium with ankle injury. He had to pull out of the squad. There's no Christian Benteke or Divock Origi in the squad. They are the most notable absentees. The likes of Adnan Januzaj, Torgan Hazard, Dennis Pratt. They were named in the squad by Martinez, but they haven't made the bench for today. For the Netherlands, no real injury worries, but 6 players pulled out or were dropped from the preliminary squad, including Luuk de Jong. There's no Gini Wijnaldum this time, no Ryan Gravenberch. Donny van der Beek also didn't get the call up. And the likes of Vincent Janssen and Bruno Martins-Indy are part of this squad for this international break, but were not named on the bench this time. Belgium are in their change kit it's a kind of an off-white, an all creamy kind of colour. And the Dutch are going to be in their home kit. So Belgium in all cream and the Netherlands in their famous all orange with a black trim. The referee is just doing the toinkos with Hazard and Van Dijk. And the referee and all of the officials are from Spain. Jose Maria Sanchez has the whistle. The assistants Raul Caballero and Inigo Prieto. Fourth official Cesar Sotogrado. And on VAR duty, we have Alejandro Hernandez and his assistant Ignacio Iglesias Villanueva. So this is a match in Group A4. No, we're not talking about the the possibilities of what's happening in the game on paper. It literally is Group A4. And also in this group are Poland and Wales. They actually kicked off the whole Nations League on Wednesday evening. Poland coming from they came from 1-0 down to win 2-1. So Poland top the group on 3, Belgium bottom, and one of these sides has the opportunity to go level. Most of the players take the knee, and we are almost underway. Belgium will be kicking off going from right to left in this first half. We are underway now, and Hazard plays the ball back to Witsel, who goes further back, and Dedrick Boyata now is in possession in the centre. Jan Vertonghen now. Nice little flick from Hazard, but to nobody in particular. And Dumfries knocks it forward, and he's found Depay, who almost could take it in his stride, and it needed a good tackle from Vertonghen. Finally, Alderweireld gets it away and up to Lukaku. He holds off well. A great start to this game. And now Belgium come down the right-hand side. Can they get the cross in? Yes, they can. Hazard was waiting and turned out and away by Virgil van Dijk. On both sides with attacking intent in the opening minutes of this game. We don't have a full house. Plenty of empty seats around, which is not great to see. It looks as if the first few rows of the stadium are being unoccupied. I think they're sort of restricted view areas. They're not being used. Just seeing a shot of Roberto Martinez and Thierry Henry on the bench. And sitting next to Louis van Gaal on the Dutch bench is the unmistakable Edgar Davids in his famous glasses. Coming through the middle now with Frankie de Jong. The Dutch, they go back now to Nathan Ake. De Jong linking up again now with Van Dijk. Van Dijk looks up, but no options forward. Decides to use the young Timber. Now comes Berghuis, uses Dumfries. Dumfries in that wing-back position. He loves to maraud forward. He's a really exciting player to watch. Now Berghuis on the right wing. Ball forward to Dumfries. Now Dumfries has a chance to cross, but it's blocked. And it's going to be a Dutch throw. Right by the corner flag. Dumfries going to take it. He's looking for options. Uses Timber. Timber forced back by Hazard. Uses De Jong in the middle. Nice intricate play by the Dutch. Depay now. Oh, Daley Blind had got forward, but made his run a little bit too early, and the pass from Depay was behind him. And now Belgium have a chance to come forward. Lukaku with 2 players around him. Protects the ball well, ends up winning a throw. This side, on the far side, just inside the Belgian half. Throw taken to Hazard, who has to do well to gather it properly and take it under his control. And they go all the way back to Simon Mignolet. Belgium working it well down the right-hand side now. Vanaken uses Hazard. Now Vanaken cross field all the way over to Jan Vertonghen. Now Castagna linking up well. He almost gets away, but the Dutch managed to gather the ball again. And it's back with Jasper Cillessen. His goal kick in Depay's direction. In Bergwijn's direction, in fact. Van Dijk. Now it's back with Timber. So this is the 3rd running of the UEFA Nations League. The Dutch made it all the way to the final in the first edition, losing to Portugal in the final. Belgium came 4th. They made it to the finals at the start of this season and lost exciting semi-final to France 3-2, and then a much changed side were beaten by Italy in the bronze medal match. Kevin De Bruyne was a little bit critical of the Nations League. He's in the starting line, of course, today, but he was suggesting that it wasn't the best time to be playing such games. Of course, it's difficult at the end of the European season. We've got to fit these games in somewhere, and I'm glad that they're sticking with the Nations League. And for me, it's a very important new competition. Exactly what you need to get rid of so many friendlies that we used to have and complain about. Klaassen now in the midfield. Has to go back to Premier League champion for this season, Nathan Ake. Forward now, and it goes into the path of, it was the ball into Dumfries' path, but it was almost gathered by Bergwijn. Lukaku holding it up again, uses Thomas Meunier. Now, over on the other side comes Jan Vertonghen. Eden Hazard. Linking up with Meunier again. De Bruyne now coming deep. Now a lovely ball over the top. Can Hazard gather it? He's into the area. Puts it over into a dangerous area, but it's dealt with by Daley Blind. And the Dutch recover. So first time a De Bruyne ball goes over the top, but he almost finds Hazard perfectly. Now a ball over the top from the Dutch, but it's dealt with by Boyata. De Bruyne now on the left. Has to go all the way back to Mignolet. Simon Mignolet, his first competitive cap since March 2021. Back at Club Bruges after his long stint in England, 9 years at Sunderland and Liverpool. Down the left now come Belgium. Hazard with his back to goal has to go to Vertonghen. Cedric Boyata commanding that centre of the back three. Belgium seems to be rotating a lot in the midfield. De Bruyne has now come over to the left wing. But Belgium just enjoying possession. Mignolet just lays it off to Boyata. Now they come through the middle with Witsel, but good pressure applied by Berghuis. Up now to Lukaku. Keeps the ball away from Ake. It has to go back to Alderweireld. Plus just over 7.5 minutes gone here on the commentary hub. 0-0 between Belgium and the Netherlands. Now the first foul of the match is committed by Jurgen Timber. Coming through the back of Eden Hazard, catching him on the ankle. Could have been a bit of a painful one. Free kick to Belgium just inside their own half. Already taken, and they maintain this comfortable spell of possession. Still playing it along the back line. Mignolet again. The Tongan. Hazard now, that's Gurbetta, linking up very well with Castagna, and Castagna now down the left wing. He's looking for options though. Comes infield, tries to chip it forward into the path of Lukaku. Can De Bruyne recycle? No, he can't. Cleared away after De Jong brought it down. Witsel now, and the Tongan bring it over halfway. Hazard now is occupying this left wing position, and De Bruyne has gone back into the centre alongside Witsel. He receives the ball now from Boyata. Tries to find Munier, but a very, very poor pass by De Bruyne's standards, and it's hammered clear all the way to Mignolet. Comes out of his area to gather. Nice passing again, but now Hazard's ball doesn't work out, and it's a much more direct approach being applied by the Dutch. And Dumfries, it's his first chance to run forward in possession. He tried to go the whole way through Timothy Castagna. Almost managed it, but was brought down. But no foul, according to the referee. Now it's Ezri Boyata. After lively starts, the tempo has just decreased slightly, but the ball over the top to Lukaku is dealt with there by Van Dijk, who was able to prove his fitness before the Champions League final and is fit still enough to captain the Dutch. Frenkie de Jong with his head up looking for options. Goes short to Memphis Depay. Uses Blind on his outside. Back now to de Jong. Fortunately for me, no Luke de Jong, so just one de Jong to have to worry about and not get confused with. It's Frenkie, who is occupying the centre midfield for the Dutch this evening. A very nice ball there by Sillerton and into Dumfries' path. He heads it forward. It was almost like a crossed header with his first touch there by Dumfries. Very inventive, trying to find the Tottenham man, Steven Bergwijn, but just in front of him, and Dedrick Boyata was able to guide it back into the path of Mignolet. Here comes De Bruyne. De Bruyne forward to Romelu Lukaku, but Ake gets there first. Back to Sillerton, who finds Dumfries again, or at least he tried to. But Dumfries couldn't gather this time, and it goes out of play for a Belgian throw. And good covering there by Ake. He was alert to the danger. And here come the Dutch over the halfway line. De Jong. He's got space. Uses Klaassen in field. He goes to Depay. Blind is on the wing. 1-2 between him and Depay. Up against Munier now. A lovely step over. There's a few jinks there by Depay. Lays it off to Klaassen. Blind. Blind again on the wing. Oh, he links up again with Depay, but I think just one pass too many. The ball lost by Depay and eventually a foul on Axel Witsel by Timber. No, he was really looking for that one, I think, with Witsel. And Timber was tussling with Hazard as well. Just seeing a replay of that half chance into Ake, but here we come again. Vertonghen's got so far forward, I think he'll get a nosebleed. They're so high up. Crossed in into Lukaku. Can he gather it? No, he quite can't. And here's another chance. It's the Castagna off the bar. The space just opened up for him, but no one seemed to charge him down. Castagna off the bar, crossed in again by De Bruyne. The first great chance falls to Belgium. And the Leicester City man, Timothy Castagna, hits the bar. They're coming again now, Belgium, with Alderweireld. Dealt with by Dumfries. Witsel now. Dedrick Boyata. And the Dutch fans are singing "Don't Take Me Home." Very popular chant for Euro 2016, and they seem to have adopted it. Meunier now comes infield to Hazard. Hazard back out to Meunier, having gained a few lives. Another one too. Hazard with a chance to cross. Can he find a man? Oh, Castagna was almost there, and Timber had to get it clear. Back to Witsel. Oh, and a hopeful ball by Meunier doesn't really work out, but they're going to have another chance because now on the right wing is Eden Hazard. He's got space, he's got time. Into the area now. Back out to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, what can he do with it? De Bruyne tries to chip one. And it goes wide. I'm not really sure there if De Bruyne was trying a cross or a shot. It would have been a very audacious goal if it had got in. I think he was trying a chip. I'm just seeing a replay now of the Castagna chance. The ball was played into Lukaku. Ake robbed him of possession. It was an awful attempted clearance by Ake, and he just basically passed it into the path of Castagna, who was coming in from the left wing. And no one seemed to even close it down, just let him take a couple of touches, bearing down on goal, and blasted one against pretty much the angle of post and bar. We've had just under a quarter of an hour in this game. It has gone quickly, this opening 15 minutes. Still Belgium 0, Netherlands 0. Boyata now in possession, bringing the ball over halfway. Nice ball through the middle to Witsel. He tries the same with a through ball to Lukaku, but they just can't link up. And another chance gone, but so simple there from Belgium. They're opening up that midfield for the Dutch. The centre-back trio holding firm for Onzorania. But other than that, it's been quite comfortable. Plain sailing for Belgium, working their way forward into dangerous areas. But now they might have some defending to do. And it's going to be a great chance here. Can he take it? Good save by Mignolet, and it goes up and over. It was Berghuis. Berghuis and Bergwijn putting the Belgian defence under pressure. And it was De Bruyne who was robbed of possession by Berghuis. It fell then to Bergwijn, who played it back into Berghuis' possession, and he forced a great save from Mignolet. He probably could have done better there, Berghuis. But again, another poor touch by Kevin De Bruyne. Corner for Netherlands, taken short. Can it fall to Ake? No, cleared away by Witsel. And out of play. Well, as I said earlier, De Bruyne wasn't really hyping these games up, I could say. And that's being reflected in his performance. He seems to be on the beach at the moment. But at least for his sake and Belgium's sake, Simon Mignolet was alert. Now Bergwijn again, infield to Berghuis. Out to Blind. Blind crosses, and now a chance for Depay. Oh, edge of the area. Memphis Depay had a lot of space. And just as it sat up for him on the half volley, struck it with his right foot and just hit it wide. I don't want to jinx this game, but I'll be shocked if it ends up 0-0. He almost caught it too straight there, Depay, on the half volley. Just sort of swiveled his body as he took it under control. But some worried faces now in the stands for the home side. Recently lost their #1 ranking, Belgium. They held it for 4 years. Criticism from some saying that they were quite tactical with the friendlies they played to ensure they stayed top. They have dropped down to second place now, and the Netherlands down in 10th. But after their failure to qualify for the Euro 2016 and the 2018 World Cup, and only a round of 16, let's say only, was maybe about what they merited at the tournament. So with those recent tournament showings, it's maybe 10th is a fair reflection, but they'll want to be higher, a footballing nation of their pedigree. But certainly on the way back up again. And they'll put up a decent showing at the World Cup, I feel. And here comes Timber out to Berghuis. He tries to plays a very hopeful through ball to Dumfries, who is making another one of his runs down the right wing, but far too far in front of him. It's going to be a goal kick. Pedro Boyata back in possession, under no pressure, about 35 yards from his own goal. Meunier decides to go back to Mignolet. He uses Vertonghen, Belgium's left wing. Looking for options over the top. He goes now forward to Lukaku. Ake is there again. And De Jong. And he finds Daley Blind. Back to De Jong now. Space in front of him to move into. Now Witsel covers. He uses Depay, who's come very deep. Frankie, now Berghuis. Depay. Good tackle by Boyata. All the way back to Virgil van Dijk. 20 minutes gone. You're listening to the Commentary Hub. If you're enjoying this, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Davy Klaassen coming forward. Dealt with, though, by Boyata. And cleared by Alderweireld all the way over the top, looking for Lukaku. And Lukaku tangles with Ake. They both hit the deck. Lukaku seems to be in a bit of discomfort. He's still down. Ake is back up, holding his neck. And Lukaku is still on the floor. Witsel, Vertonghen, and Alderweireld surrounding the referee. Just to come in together, they were both trying to... Lukaku completely outmuscled Ake, as you might expect. And as Ake fell, Lukaku then fell over the falling Ake. So, I mean, if there was a foul committed there, it was by Lukaku. I wouldn't say it was a foul. But certainly he was the more aggressive of the two. Or at least when you're as strong as Lukaku is, you can easily appear to be the more aggressive. We're having a bit of a drinks break now while we sort this all out. Lukaku is still on the floor. And if he is hurt here, this could be a really sad end to what's been a really average campaign. Just 8 Premier League goals after his €113 million move. 15 goals in all competitions. But for that sort of money, he expected a bit more from someone who'd been in such great form for Inter and, of course, was coming back to a league he knows so well. And this is actually his first cap since that Nations League semi-final defeat to France. He scored 5 in his last 4 caps, in fact. A run which stretches from that game with France all the way back to the Euro 2020 quarterfinal defeat to Italy. Substitutes are warming up. Lukaku is back on his feet and he's walking off the field. He may be able to continue. Not quite sure. I think he just landed awkwardly, and I think it jarred his knee as he hit the deck. He's still being assessed by a couple of physios. Ake is absolutely fine. We're now back underway, and De Jong is coming forward through the centre. It's back out now to Timber. Bergwijn now looking for options, uses De Jong in the middle of the park. De Bruyne came to close him down, and now it's worked its way out to Dumfries. Dumfries with the cross, and it just hit. It hit Bergwijn kind of in the chest, and it trickled on to Mignolet. He could gather very easily. If that ball was either along the floor or about a foot higher, Bergwijn could have got a proper shot on that or a header. That could have been very, very dangerous. The home crowd have erupted because their man Lukaku has managed to return to the action. He does seem to be moving okay. But it's still 0-0 between these old rivals. And lately, they've been quite inseparable. Belgium haven't lost to the Dutch in their last 8 meetings. The last time they lost, in fact, was in September '97, which may surprise some of you. But they've only won two of those last 8. 6 draws. In fact, there was a 5-5 draw in September '99. If we had a repeat of that, I wouldn't be too disappointed. So 25 years since the last time Netherlands got the better of Belgium. Bit of a bogey team for them. Bergwijn now makes his way to the edge of the box, and his cross is absolutely awful. Cleared away by Boyata. Timber and Berghuis now combining. I think the ball is flat. No, it's not. Nothing wrong with the ball. In fact, Lukaku is down again. He's just sitting on the ground. The referee now having a word with him. And it looks like he might have to make his way off. There's a handshake and a pat between Ake and Lukaku. I'm just seeing a replay now. Lukaku made an attempt to close a Dutchman down, and just in that act, he just knew then. He knew then he wasn't up to it. I don't think his knee can take too much more, and he is going to be replaced. Looks very disappointed, as does Martinez, but I think they're not going to take any chances. Well, hopefully he'll be okay for the rest of this Nations League campaign, the rest of this international break at least. Off then goes Romelu Lukaku, and Belgium are still preparing their substitution. And it's going to be a Brighton and Hove Albion man, Leandro Trossard. On for his 16th cap, Leandro Trossard. A good season with Brighton, finished in their best ever Premier League placing of 9th. So he is on. Look, Kevin De Bruyne is in the most advanced position at the moment. I'm not sure if that will stay as is, but a very good ball in the meantime by Van Dijk out to Dumfries. His cross is rather wild, but it's been kept in play by Daley Blind. Dutch now keeping possession and going all the way back to goalkeeper Cillessen. There was a good ball there by Van Dijk in the first place. Cillessen goes to De Jong, who gets away from his man, And he's still going out to Blind on the wing. Forward to Depay. Back to Blind. Good crossing opportunity now. Doesn't use it. Uses Klaassen instead. Now De Jong. Depay. 20 yards out or so. Forward. Berghuis crosses. Blocked. Corner to the Netherlands. For just over 27 minutes. Berghuis across to take the corner. Does so short. Combines with a couple of players. Now out to the edge of the area. The shot comes in. It's blocked. And it goes all the way out. All the way back, into the Dutch half of the field. Gathered by Sillerson. De Jong forced to use Sillerson again. He's now looking for Dumfries. But Castagna was there. And Klaassen decides to go back to his goalkeeper, and the Dutch will build again with De Jong through the middle. Now, Berghuis, great ball forward to Depay. He's too wide though for the shots. He's got to play a man in. He does. Daley Blind with the shots. Oh, narrowly wide. Daley Blind with a good opportunity there. Just a neat back pass there from Depay. Set up the chance for Blind, and my gasp is at the fact that it really was just wide, just trickled past the post. Daley Blind, who has 2 goals in what is now his 90th cap. It really would be unlikely to score. He hasn't scored for 9 years. His last goal for the Dutch against Mexico in a friendly. Another chance now. Frankie de Jong coming through the middle again. Uses Depay on his left. Depay tries to shape for the shot, but too many bodies in front of him. And the Dutch survive. Belgium survive, I should say. Timber looks for one, but it goes back to Van Dijk. And Dumfries only has one option, and that's go back to Sillerson. So we're almost at the 30-minute mark. Both sides have 3 more games over this international break, all in the Nations League against Poland and Wales. Belgium will play Poland home and away, and Wales are away in this window. Netherlands will play the Welsh twice, and will play Poland at home. And it'll just be the rest of the group to come in September's international break. 2 more fixtures each, with the rematch, or the reverse fixture, I should say, between these two on the 25th of September. And after that, we're straight into the World Cup. And I'll bring you details of that shortly, because Memphis Depay is charging through the middle. Goes up to Bergwijn. Bergwijn into the box, and his shot is ricocheted off. It's ricocheted off Hans Vanaken. Vanaken, the man who's not really been in the game so much. He's was all the way back defending there. He has a good record. He's got 5 goals for Belgium, 2 in his last 2. Corner taken. Ake's there at the back post, heads it back in, looking for Van Dijk, but Alderweireld was there. And hammered clear by Meunier, and he's managed to gather his own ball, and he's found De Bruyne. If he can get away, he just out. He was fouled by a combination of Blind and Bergwijn. He had 3 men. Ake was there as well, 3 men around him, De Bruyne. Taken the free kick quickly to Axel Witsel. And Vanaken again. Getting into the game a bit more now, Hans Vanaken. The Tongan on the left decides to come back to Dedrick Boyata. The very tall Vanaken plays the ball forward to Hazard. Now back to Castagna and Trossard. Out to Castagna with the cross, but it's well overhit, and it goes all the way out to play on the far side for a Dutch throw. So a bit of a wasted chance there for Castagna after some nice build-up through the middle of the park. Seeing a replay of that. I'm not really sure who fouled him, even though the replay. De Bruyne there. The Dutch managed to regain possession in their own half. Lukaku was holding the ball up so well for Belgium in the opening minutes, as he does so often. And still, De Bruyne is the highest man up the pitch, at least out of possession. So interesting to see how the Belgian attack works out. But first sniff of it just a minute ago. So now a chance. Here's Bergwijn into the area, and he lays it off. Oh, good chance. Bergwijn into the box, and he laid it off to Berghuis, who was running in. And he took a curling effort, which went narrowly over the bar. I think Mignolet was confident that it was going wide, but I'm not really too sure. I think he was just guessing well there, the goalkeeper. But it's a good chance there. Nice link-up play between the front three for the Dutch. And Berghuis with a chance there. Second good opportunity of the game. Not his best, actually, but still. He's getting closer. Dutch have had 7 attempts in total. Surprised me, that stat. I can remember a few of those. I'm not really sure about 7. 2 for Belgium. And that sounds a bit more accurate. Ball goes out of play on the halfway line for a Dutch throw. On this near side, Dumfries decides to go back to his captain, Virgil van Dijk. Sillerson, he likes to pick out a man with his feet. Daley Blind now over the top, looking for Bergwijn, just overhit and into Mignolet's possession. And Belgium can come again. The quality of balls over the top from both sides has been pretty decent in this first half. And they can play it through the middle, they can work it out wide, they can go, they can do everything, teams of this quality. But it's still 0-0. All a bit scrappy there, and Vertonghen is judged to have fouled Timber. Down he went. My apologies, it was Bergwijn who went down. Free kick for the Dutch. Few yards inside their own half. Castagna believing he should have had a free kick earlier on and was going quite crazy at the referee. Ake goes up to Blind. Depay and De Jong combining as well. Back to Blind now. He goes back to Sillerson. Depay and now De Jong over halfway. De Jong, nice ball over the top. A lovely take by Bergwijn. Shot blocked by Boyata. Headed away now. Only as far as Depay. Now De Jong, 30 yards from goal, centrally. Has to use Ake on his wide left. Ake decides to check back, uses Blind. Blind looks up for the cross, goes to Ake again. It seems like neither of them want to cross it. Into Depay. Depay with a shot and on target, but straight to Mignolet. He got it out of his body well there. Turned quickly, Memphis Depay. Good effort from him. The Dutch building more and more chances. Only one good save that Mignolet has had to make. And you wonder how many more he'll be forced into the rest of this game. Here come Belgium now, Vertonghen with the cross, poor one. Headed up into the air by, it's still, Timber there. Timber there with a header up and over, and Belgium were able to win it back. And the ball was played forward to Trossard, who had an awkward angle to cross, or he's hooked the ball back in forward. He kind of sliced it out of play when under pressure from Virgil van Dijk. No, it did nick off Van Dijk, according to the referee, and it is a corner taken by De Bruyne. Short to Hazard. Back now, and De Bruyne crosses. Chance. Scrambled away, back out to De Bruyne. Can he cross it? He stabs one in, but it's Klaassen who gets it clear. Out it goes for a throw-in. The Dutch looking a bit wobbly there at the back. And when De Bruyne is putting balls into the box, you can't afford to be so. But now Castagna, De Bruyne, and almost a perfect little touch into the path of Trossard. Now it's with Hazard. Advantage played, no advantage coming. Free kick in a very dangerous position for Belgium. The foul on Vanaken. It was Timber again. Jurgen Timber, just his 7th cap tonight. His first one since the World Cup qualifier against Norway back in September. So I think he just needs to take a bit of a deep breath and gather himself. But he's conceded a free kick here, 25 yards out. Kevin De Bruyne is over it. It is central enough for him to have a shot, but then Kevin De Bruyne can have a shot from pretty much wherever he wants. We've got 39 minutes gone. There's a 4-man wall for the Dutch. Hans Vanaken is just standing off the wall with David Klaassen. De Bruyne with his right foot. Up he steps. De Bruyne over the wall and into the hands of Cillessen. Cillessen saw that one all the way, got himself behind it. Wasn't the easiest one for him to gather, but he did so. Good attempt, though, by De Bruyne. Klaassen. Now De Jong. The Dutch coming well through the middle. Blind. De Jong. De Jong again. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Now Frenkie. Has to go back to Ake. I think the Dutch just want a good spell of possession after that nervous few moments. Now they're coming forward very nicely and a great effort. What a goal! Fantastic effort. Steven Bergwijn with a brilliant finish. It looks so simple. And on the 40-minute mark, Simon Mignolet is finally beaten. And Steven Bergwijn, who are much like his attacking teammates, Berghuis and Depay, have looked very dangerous. The Dutch just came right through the middle. And from 25 yards, Steven Bergwijn found himself in the gap between the defensive and midfield lines, turned and took a shot. Lovely curling effort from his right foot into the bottom corner. Too much on it for Mignolet. It was just so relaxed there from the Dutch. Just 10 yards, not even that. Few yards forward pass there by Frenkie de Jong. Under no real pressure at all. Into Bergwijn. And the Tottenham man had almost all the time he wanted to put that one away. And he buried it in the bottom corner. Past Mignolet. And if they're going to break that core record of no wins against Belgium for 25 years, they've got a really good chance tonight. Steven Bergwijn puts the Netherlands in front. His 6th goal for his national team. And his 5th goal in his last 4, in fact. So a really great record for him. His good form continues, even though he's pretty much a squad player for Tottenham. We are already back underway. Meunier trying to work something. And in the end, Vanaken fouls Berghuis. We've got 3 minutes left of the 45. We'll have a couple of minutes added on for the Lukaku injury and substitution. But it's the orange side who are in the ascendancy at the moment, and with the scoreline in their favour. They're also in possession as well. Van Dijk just coming over halfway now. Out to Timber. Timber forward to Dumfries. Dumfries has a chance to cross. This was surely handball. It is handball, and it's going to be a penalty. And it is going to be checked, I think. But from my angle, watching it live, it looked like a stonewall penalty and is off Castagna. Dumfries just on the edge of the penalty area. Cross it in first time. Castagna dive forward, trying to get his body in the way. Well, unfortunately for him, he did get his body in the way, but it was off his hand. And it's one of those awkward ones where you say it's hard for him to get his hand out the way. But, we are going to have a look. Well, the referee has decided to come over and look at the monitor just as Memphis Depay was placing the ball on the penalty spot. And maybe on second, possibly. Yeah, it came off his face, in fact. No penalty. The referee made his mind up straight away. And, there you go. For me, for all the world on the live viewing, it looked like a certain penalty, but just shows you what I know, and it just shows you how difficult the referee's job is. And Timothy Castagna has gets his just reward there, because the ball came off his face and went out for, I think it did go out for a corner. Mignolet didn't prevent it from going off. Yeah, right off his face. Depay reacted very badly. In fact, the referee did say that he got the Mignolet kept it in, and it was a goal kick, which they've taken. Now Bergwijn has fouled Vertonghen, and suddenly Belgium have a good chance here at the end of the half. 30 seconds left of the 45. Bergwijn came straight through the back of the advancing Vertonghen, and for about 45 yards out, wide on the left, De Bruyne has a chance to cross one in swinging with his right foot. Over it comes now, but it's overhit. Poor one again by his standards. Now it goes for a goal kick. So yeah, you have to credit Timothy Castagna. He did get back. He tried to get his body in the way, and he's managed to use his face to do so. So good tracking back from him in the end. The board has gone up, and I couldn't see how many minutes were added on, but here come the Dutch again. Bergwijn. It just goes all the way through to Dumfries. I don't know how a Belgian player didn't deal with that. Back out to Bergwijn. Edge of the box. Crosses. Over Klaassen. Can Blind keep it in? No, he can't. And it was 4 minutes added on at the end of the half, of which we've already had 30 seconds. Belgium 0, Netherlands 1 here in Group A4 of the Nations League. Very much a reserve team that Rob Page put out for Wales on Wednesday with their World Cup playoff match against Ukraine on Sunday to come. Very understandable. But they put up a good fight. Poland managed to turn things around though. So Poland top of the group on goals scored as it stands, level with the Dutch on 3. Kevin De Bruyne comes very deep and plays a lovely diagonal pass forward to Trossard. Crosses it in very dangerously, and it has to be turned behind. Cross there into a really dangerous area. Timothy Castagna applauds it. He's got his hand up in the air. It bounced so awkwardly about 8 yards from goal. And Timber, tracking back, had to put that one behind. It was really, really dangerous. Just seeing another look at the goal, but the corner's been taken by De Bruyne, headed away by Van Dijk. Van Dijk again heads out the second bite, but Hazard's done very well here. And he's into the area. Eden Hazard lays it off, but only into the path of Davy Klaassen. And Vertonghen, who is back to goal, has to go to Castagna. Boyata in position. Alderweireld on halfway, looking up. Wants to try and find a runner. He can't, has to use Boyata instead. The ball is worked across to Castagna, now in field to Trossard. Trossard looking for options. Manages to find Hazard, who is then fouled by Frenkie de Jong. And it's going to be, you feel, the last chance of the half for Belgium to equalise. De Bruyne over it again. This time a bit closer, maybe about 35 yards out this time. On the left again. And after the poor one last time, you fancy this one would be better. Just chips it forward, dealt with by de Jong, and then by Bergwijn. Back out to De Bruyne. The Belgium recycle through Vanaken. Alderweireld. Witsel on the right. Meunier on the extreme right goes back to Witsel. We're into that 4th minute of time added on. And Belgium are running out of time here if they're going to go into the changing rooms level. Castagna and Vertonghen. Dedry Boyata. Oh, the attack breaks down and it's thumped clear by Silerson. And that should be about it. Yes, it is. Referee Sanchez blows his whistle and the players head off down to the tunnel. Here at the King Baudouin Stadium in Brussels, where the home side are trailing at the break. Belgium 0, Netherlands 1 at half-time. A lovely, lovely goal by Steven Bergwijn on the turn, 25 yards out from goal into the bottom corner to give Louis van Gaal's side the advantage. Join me for second half action shortly. Welcome back, everybody. We will shortly be resuming tonight's UEFA Nations League Group A4 match between Belgium and the Netherlands, where at the break, the visitors from across the border have a 1-0 lead, thanks to Steven Bergwijn's effort from outside the area about 5 minutes before the break. Some of the substitutes still warming up out on the pitch. You can see Mats. You can see Mark Flecken, Freiburg goalkeeper, warming up there. Bart Weghorst as well, getting a few touches of the ball. My name is Anthony Thomas, and you're listening to the Commentary Hub's alternate coverage of this evening's match, where the Red Devils are not in their usual red today. They're in their cream away kits, despite playing in Brussels. Are returning to the pitch, emerging from the tunnel. I cannot see any substitutes so far. In fact, just got one warming up, I think. It looks like there's going to be a debut. Yes, there will. Amadou Onana of Lille has entered the fray. Amadou Onana played under 17 to under 21 level for Belgium. Finally gets his chance with the first team. And Dries Mertens is also on. So Dries Mertens is on for Eden Hazard, and Amadou Onana is on for Hans Vanaken. So a bit of a reshuffle there for Roberto Martinez, because Onana is usually a central defensive midfielder. He can play usual centre or centre back. And so Mertens, so that's a bit more like for like. He's a forward player. But Vanaken was playing a bit deeper in that first half than he would usually, so maybe not too much of a change to the shape for Belgium. So Simon Mignolet is in goal. Toby Alderweireld, Cedric Boyata, Jan Vertonghen is the back three. Then we've got Thomas Meunier, Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, Timothy Castagna, and I suppose Amadou Onana in midfield. And then in the attacking areas, we've got Leandro Trossard, who came on from Romelu Lukaku, and Dries Mertens. De Bruyne will also be getting forward as well. The Dutch have emerged, and in the time that substitutes have been taken, we are ready and underway again. The referee's whistle goes, and the Dutch in their all-orange home kit are kicking off now from right to left. The ball works its way back to Virgil van Dijk and put out of play by Castagna for a throw. Timber takes it and it goes in field to Dumfries. Now to the right is Berghuis with the cross. It's overhit. Blin's not going to reach that one. And it goes out of play on this near side for a Belgium throw. So for the Dutch, no changes for them. It's still Cillessen in goal. Ewan and Timber, Virgil van Dijk, Nathan Ake, the back three. Denzel Dumfries, Davy Klaassen, Frenkie de Jong, Daley Blind, midfield four. And then Steven Berghuis sitting in behind Steven Bergwijn and Memphis Depay. Daley Blind has been caught there by the new man, Dries Mertens. It's his first act of the game. It's going to be getting a yellow card. Yeah, very late there on Blind, and caught him with a stud to the ankle. So not the start that Dries Mertens was hoping for this game, and he has received the first booking of the match. Substitutions for Belgium then: Mats Sels, Alexis Saelemaekers, Yannick Carrasco, Yuri Tielemans, Leander Dendoncker, and Mish Batshuayi and Charles de Ketelaere are the substitutes yet to enter the fray. The Dutch again with Dumfries trying to take down the right, but he can't gather that one. Then he commits a foul on Castagna as he tries to recover the lost ball. And Dedrick Boyata in possession for Belgium. On the bench for the Dutch, Tim Krul, Mark Flecken, Hans Hatterboer, Matthias de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij, Tiro Malacia, Jordan Teze, Gus Til, Tien Koopmeiners, Noah Lang, I should say, Cody Gakpo, and Wout Weghorst. Van Dijk playing the ball now back to his goalkeeper Silerson, who has time, but decides to use the Liverpool centre-back again. Played forward along the ground to Dumfries. He goes back to Timber. And just like that, it's back with Silerson again. Is he going to come down the other side, or is he going to knock one long through the middle? He goes down the middle. Can't find Dumfries, and it's knocked out for a throw on the halfway line, which Dumfries will take once the second ball is off the pitch. It is now from Trossard. Dumfries goes back to Timber. Timber tries to go crossfield, cut out by Alderweireld. And it's back now with Nathan Ake. Short to Van Dijk. Timber leaves it for Dumfries. Do you take that one out of play? No, according to the officials. Now Frankie de Jong in midfield. Klaassen. Chance to turn over halfway. Wide to Blind. Blind over the top. One for Berghuis to chase. He does stay on side and does keep it in. Back now. Bergwijn, edge of the box. Is he going to shape for another effort? Crowded out. Leaves it for Timber. Now Depay. Out wide. It's Berghuis again. First time cross into the box. Klaassen's in there. Headed away. Still not properly cleared by Belgium. And finally, knocked forward and away by Castagna. Kevin De Bruyne thought he was fouled. Nothing doing, says the referee. Frankie de Jong in possession. Forward to Bergwijn. Bergwijn running against Alderweireld into the box. Goes past him. Tries to go past another one. It goes back to Blind. Blind crosses poor, but it's going to fall. Oh, it almost did fall for Depay. Mignolet just got there first. It was a poor cross by Blind. And, Onana, which may have been his first touch in international football, a very nervy one. And he just knocks it back towards his goalkeeper, but the alert Depay almost stole it. And would have had a chance to knock it past the goalkeeper, but Onana got away with one there. He is in that central defensive midfield position, but he couldn't gather a poor pass there. And they're in again now. And it's a chance for Depay to make it 2-0, and he does take it. Memphis Depay has gone level with Patrick Kluivert on 40 international goals for the Netherlands. Give him opportunities like that, and Memphis Depay takes them. It's his 40th goal in 78 caps. The home fans look stunned. The away crowd going crazy. And it's the perfect start to the second half for Louis van Gaal's men. It was a poor pass by Boyata. He was played a bit of a hospital pass to Onana. Klaassen stole it simply. And then the ball played forward to the on-rushing Depay. And by Berghuis, perfectly weighted through ball. And Depay took one touch to set himself. Well won by Klaassen. He knocks it into the path of Berghuis. With his second touch, he played it forward to Depay, took a touch into the area, and fired it across goal, past Mignolet. And just like that, it's 2-0 to the Dutch. The Belgium put them under pressure, though. Dumfries is forced to put one out for a corner. Mertens comes across, takes it quickly. Out to De Bruyne, 20 yards out. He puts the one in. And it's cleared away Dumfries puts another one out for a corner. Anana, it's very tall, putting some pressure onto the Dutch backline. Corner taken short again by Belgium. Mertens and again to De Bruyne. Another chip forward. It's really dangerous, and a shot there for Vertonghen on the volley. It just bounced up off the melee, and Vertonghen, 7 yards or so out, swung a left foot at it. He didn't connect with it too badly, but he just couldn't get his foot over the ball enough, and he fired it high over the bar. Good chance there. I don't think Citizen would have been able to get anything behind that if it was on target. Maybe just a case of the wrong man in the right place. The Belgium have really upped the tempo. It's a shame they had to go 2-0 down to really begin it, but now Trossard, after the Dutch played themselves into trouble, and a foul now committed by Frenkie de Jong, and Belgium in a real hurry now to take everything. Castagna has already put the ball on the spot for Mertens. De Bruyne decides that he wanted it though. And it's going to be a free kick on the left wing for Belgium. Another chance for De Bruyne to cross one in. They've really upped the tempo since they conceded that second goal. And where was this beforehand? Another in-swinger incoming from De Bruyne. Witsel, Vertonghen, Anana, Meunier, Mertens, Boyata, they're all in there. Who can De Bruyne pick out? In it comes now. Cleared away. Back out to Trossard. Looped forward again by Castagna, and Alderweireld's there this time, but cleared well by Frenkie de Jong. And off Anana. Out it goes for Dutch throw. "12 La Liga goals this season for Depay. What we can say was not exactly a vintage season for Barcelona. It had its moments, especially after the January transfer window. 40th international goal. And he's still only 28, Memphis Depay. Boyata. We have had 10 minutes of the second half. Belgium 0, Netherlands 2. A poor touch by Ake. Almost lets Mertens in. But Netherlands managed to deal with it. Cleared away by Sillerson. Only to Boyata on the halfway line. He does better this time with his pass. Finds Meunier, but he has to go back to Mignolet. De Bruyne coming deep now. Vertonghen. Castagna and Anana combining. Anana getting a feel of the game now. Forward nicely to Trossard. Trossard with two players for company. Anana again, now bursting forward. Really good to see for him. Trossard can't take it in his stride. Oh, and Depay's gone down now under the challenge from Vertonghen. He's caught him in the backside. I don't think the referee's brandishing a card. So I think just Vertonghen can't believe that the referee's given a foul against him. I think just a knee in the backside there for Depay. He's fine. Klaassen now can't gather, but it eventually falls to Berghuis. Dumfries on the right. Berghuis back in field now to De Jong. He has to turn away from Trossard. Mertens as well. Timber now forward. Berghuis. Depay. Ake now getting forward. Uses Bergwijn. Now Blind on the left wing. Looking for a man, finds Bergwijn. Okay, they link up again. No. Bergwijn being forced back. And gets clear of Alderweireld. Flick there by Depay. Now he's tangling with Trossard. Referee lets the play on. Timber. Oh, Berghuis, what a ball forward to Klaassen. Can he keep it in? He does cross, but it's a very difficult angle. And Witsel gathers and Belgium get it clear again. Virgil van Dijk now with the ball at his feet decides to use his goalkeeper, who finds one of the other centre-backs, Nathan Ake. Poor ball by him. Meunier wins it back. Now Anana. Mertens back to Witsel. Stania in field to Meunier. So 2 substitutions made by Roberto Martinez at halftime, 3 in total, and going further behind. The Netherlands still have all of their substitutions to make. Not an ideal scenario, and the Dutch are coming forward again into Bergwijn. Has to go back to Klaassen. Plays the 1-2. And again, now out. Cross comes in, but far too close to Mignolet. Not the best ball Bergwijn has played this game, but what a game he has had so far. He got the assist for that second goal. Heavily involved in some first half chances as well. He's had a really good performance, the Ajax man. 8 goals in Eredivisie this season. Formerly of Watford. And he's really gone around the houses with playing for almost all the big names in Dutch football. Belgium now getting their possession stats up, but not really doing anything else. De Bruyne looks frustrated. And Boyata uses Vertonghen. Witsel. Nothing on again for Boyata other than a back pass to Mignolet. I think the home crowd are getting a bit frustrated. What can De Bruyne do? Deep inside his own half. Very little. Uses Boyata again. Trossard. Jan Vertonghen back infield to Kevin De Bruyne. Chips one over the top. Looking for Trossard. Dealt with by Timber. Now Klaassen and Frenkie de Jong. He's lost out. Now a chance for Belgium. They're coming in through. Now the shot. Good save by Sillerson. And he gathers at the second attempt. Trossard there with the shot on target. Ball played through by Dries Mertens to the on-running Trossard. And his first time shot with the left foot. Well saved by Sillerson. He got down well and got a hand to it. And then smothered it before De Bruyne had a chance at gathering the rebound. And now Depay getting away from defenders. Berghuis with the shot. Oh, and a good save. It's come out to Daley Blind. And is it 3-0? Yes, it is. Denzel Dumfries makes it 3-0. As Berghuis and Depay come through the middle, it's the 2 wing-backs making their way forward to recycle. And Daley Blind was there to play the ball across the 6-yard box. And coming in from the right side was Denzel Dumfries, who tapped into an empty net. Would you believe it? The Belgian fans can't. Bergwijn to Berghuis. Another good shot from him, 25 yards out. Was saved by Mignolet, but he just battered it into a dangerous area. And running in from the left wing was Blind, and he just played the ball across first time. And first to it was Dumfries. I said he loves to get forward, and that's exactly what he does. And the wing back from Inter gets another goal. His fourth goal from that right wing back position. And it's Belgium 0, the Netherlands 3. And it looks like that 25-year wait for a win in the Low Countries derby is going to come to an end. Yannick Carrasco is being prepared. The ball's still in play. Klaassen receives the ball from Silersen. Plays the 1-2 with Frankie de Jong. Under no pressure at all, Klaassen. Plays another 1-2. Now just basically standing still with the ball just inside his own half. Uses Timber. Back to Virgil van Dijk. And the Dutch now in no hurry really to do anything at all. Silersen in possession. Plays a nice ball to de Jong, keeping it on the floor. Good, confident, comfortable spell of possession here from the Dutch. They're really toying with the Belgians. And what a result this is turning out to be. And shockwaves going to be sent through the world of football. Every result like this is going to be viewed with the World Cup in mind, as the teams really are starting their preparations now. Silersen. What a statement of intent this is for Louis van Gaal's team. Belgium now do win the ball back. We've had 64 minutes of the game here, here on the commentary hub. And the King Baudouin Stadium is in a rather somber mood at the moment. Trossard tries to go through the middle, but it doesn't work out for him. And Klaassen now finds Daley Blind on the wing. In field, and now Berghuis on the left wing in plenty of space. Back in field to Frankie. De Jong. And the ease at which the Dutch are moving the ball around really is shocking. The Belgian players under little or no hurry to try and win the ball back. It seems like they're almost content with being 3-0 down. Over the top now by Van Dijk. And we're going to have another chance. Depay is in, and Depay has made it 4-0. Would you believe it? Memphis Depay. And now, outright, the fourth highest scorer in Dutch history. 41 goals for Memphis Depay. And Belgium are stunned. Belgium are absolutely stunned. Another ball over the top. And it was knocked down into the path of Memphis Depay. He seems to have stayed onside. And it came after the most comfortable, easiest spell of possession that you could ever wish to see. And from just inside his own half, Virgil van Dijk played the ball over the top, and Daley Blind was there again. He beat Alderweireld to it, headed it into the path of Depay, who gathered the ball on his thigh, and on the half volley, volleyed it past Mignolet. You didn't stand a chance again. It's 2 assists in the second half of Daley Blind. 2 goals in this game for Memphis Depay. And the anger from the Belgian fans is for all to see. Axel Witsel has come off to be replaced by Michy Batshuayi. And Thomas Meunier has come off as well. For 11, Yannick Carrasco. The final 2 rolls of the dice for Roberto Martinez, but I mean, now it just seems like he's just giving a few players minutes. Surely they're not going to mount a comeback in this game. Well, I certainly didn't see this coming. I thought the Netherlands certainly had a chance of winning this game. They're good enough to do so. But 4-0 up with still just over a quarter of the match to go. I don't think many of us would have predicted that one. I certainly did not. Belgium 0, Netherlands 4. We're in the 68th minute here in Brussels. And Blind can do nothing wrong now. He's found Bergwijn. And he's fouled by Alderweireld. I think he was just getting a bit frustrated there now. Now Klaassen. No one ahead of him. Has to check back. Finds Berghuis. And just a reminder, we've still got the same 11 out there for Louis van Gaal's army. Haven't made a substitution yet. But they still look like they've got the fresher legs. And Van Dijk was thinking about putting another one over the top there, but he decides to use Timber. Dumfries. 8 attempts on target for the Dutch. Scored with 4 of them. And Mignolet's not had a bad game. He's not really been at fault for any of the goals. You just think without VAR, could have had a... Well, without VAR, we would have had a penalty for the Dutch as well. So, I mean, I think this result can be classed as embarrassing, but certainly would have been if it was already 5. Now Batshuayi took it down well. I think that's what Belgium have been lacking since Lukaku went off injured. So they made substitutes. They brought on Trossard. They brought on Mertens, but they need that central point of attack, I think. And they are linking up again well. Batshuayi, edge of the area, couldn't quite find a man. And what a save that was! Out of nothing, De Bruyne tried his luck from 25 yards. It took a wicked deflection. Batshuayi, the attack was coming through him. It looked like it had broken down. And the ball deflected off Timber, I think it was. And Sillerson had to readjust himself, and he made a fantastic save. Knocked it over the bar. The corner's been taken and dealt with, but now Trossard has another chance to get all into the box. Gets away from Bergwijn. His cross is headed away by Klaassen. Another chance for Belgium to build something. De Bruyne with a great crossfield ball. Cross to Castagna. Carrasco links up with Trossard. Carrasco again. His cross booted clear by Nathan Ake. Klaassen. Bergwijn combining. Now Blind. Hopeful ball down the wing. Knocked out of play. It's going to be another throw in to the Dutch in front of their own dugout. Just seeing the replay of the 4th goal. Absolutely nothing wrong with it in terms of offside. A good couple of yards that Blind and Depay were on. Still 20 minutes to go, and you just wonder. I mean, this might be it. It might just be a case of the Dutch have done their job. They're going to take it easy from now on, but they seem like they can score at will if they want to. But Belgium are having a bit of a better spell now. Castagna is now come across to this right wing. He uses De Bruyne. Batshuayi has to use Castagna again. Now Anana. Not the international debut he was hoping for. Now Mertens in space. Can he shape for the shot? He does. Good curling effort, and it's saved by Sillerson. And he has to knock it behind for a corner. Yannick Carrasco has already spotted it. Goes short. Trossard, is he going to go back to Carrasco? No, he uses De Bruyne, in fact. Now to Carrasco. Can he cross? Uses De Bruyne again. And it's now works its way over to the right on the other side where Alderweireld is there. And what a waste of a corner this looks like at the moment. Now De Bruyne, centrally, 45 yards from goal. And now there's no players in the box. I mean, what a waste of a corner that is. I mean, Belgium are still in possession. But I don't know, if you're never going to cross the ball, go short from a corner if you want to, but if you're never even going to cross it, I mean, what's the point? De Bruyne now over the top. That is better, but Van Dijk gets a hit on it. Out. Now Trossard and Carrasco into the box. Mertens. Trossard. Crowded out. Klaassen was in there. And then Van Dijk belts it clear. Dumfries is down inside his own area, holding his ankle. And can need a bit of attention. On that shot from Mertens a minute ago, deflected as well off Timber. Everything's being knocked off him. So Sillerson did really well to save that one too. Now we are finally going to see a change from Louis van Gaal. Nathan Ake is coming off. He's had a really good game as centre back. And on in his place is the Juventus man, Matthias de Ligt. Tangled with Lukaku, which led to Lukaku's injury there. Ake was absolutely not at fault in any way, shape or form. He came off better from that knock he took, and he's played up until the 74th minute, and on comes Matthias de Ligt. Now Anana. Cedric Boyata. Simon Mignolet now, and Belgium coming forward again, very slowly. There is space for Boyata to move into. He uses Onana. He goes to Batshuayi, who uses Castagna. Now Batshuayi again. He's looked live. He gets away from de Ligt. Tries to get away from Berghuis as well, but one too many players in his way. Poor ball by Bergwijn to Trossard. Now De Bruyne, Carrasco on the left wing. Scott Timber in front of him. Goes back. De Bruyne tries to force one through. Doesn't work out, but they've got another chance here still. De Bruyne just inside the area. Now Mertens crosses. Mertens in looking for Batshuayi, but headed clear. Up now to Depay. Tangles with De Bruyne, and Belgium get the better of it. Carrasco now, edge of the box. Klaassen for company. Mertens on the left again, another chance to cross. Doesn't take it. Still the ball between. Now the cross comes in, looking for Batshuayi. Works his way out to Alderweireld. His cross is blocked by Blind. Another corner. And a lot's being said of how this golden generation has missed its opportunity to win something. And you look at the ages of the Belgian players, not many youngsters in the squad. Corner is taken, headed away. Second chance, maybe. Vertonghen has to gather it. His attempted cross is blocked by de Ligt, and it goes out for a throw. And with results like this, you can't really fancy Belgium for the upcoming World Cup. They're going to be, I'll say you in a second. Trossard now. Everything coming down that left wing for Belgium, but it's very tightly congested. It's difficult to work a chance. Now Batshuayi, here is the chance. It's saved, and the follow-up is tapped in, and they do have one back. Timothy Castagna has scored. Belgium 1, the Netherlands 4. Just over 30 minutes to play, and they took their time. They're waiting to pick out the cross. In it came finally. Towards Batshuayi. He gathered it, and his shot, wasn't very clean. It was saved by Silerson, but he could only knock it into the path of Castagna, who would run in from the right wing. And pretty much unchallenged into an empty net, Castagna knocks it in, but we are just checking it. If it stands, it will be Castagna's third international goal. He scored his only other two in 2019. And this one is being chalked off. It is still 4-0. Castagna still has his 3-year wait for an international goal. And Silerson keeps his clean sheet for now. Offside. I haven't seen the replay of it. Needed a VAR check. So it is still Belgium 0, the Netherlands 4. And the Red Devils really have lost their fire. And the Oranje, or the Lions as they're sometimes known, are roaring. Batshuayi again, fouled by De Ligt. And maybe the story could have been different if Martinez had decided to bring Batshuayi on for Lukaku in the first half, because Batshuayi has looked very, very lively and has offered a lot in attack. And they played maybe about 50 minutes really without a proper striker. I thought it was an odd decision really to bring on Trossard for Lukaku, such different players. I don't think that could have done too much to stop the Dutch attack down the other end. So Belgium will be in Group F for the upcoming World Cup. They'll start against Canada. Then they play Morocco. And they finish up at the Al Rayyan Stadium against Croatia. And I mean, Croatia as well, people are saying is that's a golden generation that has passed. And of course, silver medalists in Russia. But Canada will be full of passion, full of pride, returning to the World Cup after so long. Morocco, difficult team to break down. I do fancy Belgium to make it through that group, but not really sure how much further they'll get on tonight's, judging by tonight's performance. Now Castagna, Mertens whacks it against the post. It's still in play. And now a shot comes in. And Van Dijk was in the way of it, and he's gone down. Got his head behind a powerful shot from Carrasco. And Mertens pretty much on the goal line. Okay, 1 yard in field. Tried to beat Silerson at the near post, hammered it against that post. And the ball ricocheted to Carrasco's on the edge of the area. Oh, it went past Silerson, who kind of lost it for a second. And Van Dijk really is dazed. He's still down. He's having a drink. I think he'll be okay. But that was a powerful, powerful shot that he got his noggin behind. We've got 9 minutes of the 90 still to play. Louis van Gaal and Edgar Davids have been sat in their dugout for the whole game. They've looked almost motionless. Belgium have a corner. And they might finally put one straight into the box rather than the short one. They do. But it's straight at Jasper Silerson. And he takes the ball down. He's going to be taking as much time off the clock as he can. Daily Blind in possession. It's Blitz now. Van Dijk over the top looking for the run of Bergwijn. He just can't take it down, and it's after the bounce of the ball, Boyata is able to knock it behind for a corner. And there's going to be another substitution for the Dutch. And what a performance Steven Berghuis has had. He makes his way off the field now, deserving of rest. And on to replace him will be number 20, Teun Koopmeiners, Atalanta man. 4 goals in Serie A this season for him. He is on to win his 6th cap, the central defensive midfielder. Depay gathers the throw in and manages to win a corner. It just bounced off the corner flag and went the right side as far as Belgium. As far as Netherlands are concerned. Just seeing some shots of the Belgium bench. Lukaku, Hazard as well, looking frustrated, a bit forlorn. Koopmeiners going to take the corner. Doesn't beat the first man. That first man is Kevin De Bruyne. Belts it out of play. It's going to be another throw in for the Dutch. And they're in absolutely no hurry to take it. Denzel Dumfries looking to play it short. Still hasn't taken it, Dumfries, and in the end he goes long. Up to Bergwijn. He finds Klaassen. He loses out to Onana, and Onana now using great speed. That's got the crowd excited. The debutant doing very well there. Amadou Onana uses a man of plays the ball infield, and it's had to be put out for a corner. Mertens is already across to take it. He was the target. No, De Ligt had to put it out. Onana, 20-year-old, looks a real threat. Corner taken, also can't beat the first man. Castagna is the last man back. What can he do with it? He uses Vertonghen. Vertonghen has to go back to the Leicester player. Alderweireld, and now out wide, De Bruyne. Wider further still is Mertens on his left wing. Crosses, very good cross. Has to be put behind by Timber. Netherlands regain possession. And now lose it out again, and but offside there. Batshuayi. He was one back quite comfortably by Mertens, and he played it quickly into Batshuayi. Oh, it was a bad decision actually from the assistant. Daily Blind clearly playing Batshuayi on side. So a comfortable night for Louis van Gaal and his men. Difficult to know where Belgium go from here. Got another home match coming up. 4 days' time against Poland. Poland will be buoyant from their good start to this campaign. So tough fixture upcoming against Robert Lewandowski and co. Around here at the moment, Austria are 3-0 up against Croatia. Bit of a surprise there. France and Denmark is 1-1. was the only game still taking place in in League A. Daily Blind now. Depay back to Klaassen. Turns just inside the Belgian half. Oh, and Bergwijn just left that one for the run of Depay, but the run of Depay never existed. Nedry Boyata. Onana now tries to get away from Kurt Miners, he does. Let's see, use Carrasco. Back to De Bruyne. Nedry Boyata. All worked out now to Castagna, infield to Onana, who tries to play one back to Castagna, but overhits it. And it goes over the goal line. Goal kick for Jasper Cillessen. Depressed faces on the Belgian bench. Yuri Tielemans didn't get off the bench today. Neither did Arthur Theatre. A chance now for Belgium to work something else, but poor touch has let Depay in, and Depay over halfway. Got Klaassen on his outside. Goes past Boyata. Oh, he's done incredibly well here. What a run this is. Oh, and just couldn't knock it into the path of Klaassen as he got into the area. Good run by Memphis Depay. Oh, and Virgil van Dijk has been booked. Depay did so well. The jinking run past Boyata, past Alderweireld. As he got into the area, he was just losing his balance. And he couldn't quite knock it into the path of Klaassen. And then the ball fell to Van Dijk, who fouled a man and then took a shot where the referee thought he was kicking the ball away. But anyway, here come the Dutch once more. It's Dumfries, and he loses out to Carrasco. He was adamant that was his ball there, Dumfries. He thought it was a corner, but I think a double deflection off Carrasco, then back off Dumfries. We're in the 90th minute. We've got 30 seconds left of the 90 minutes. We haven't had too many stoppages in this game. The VAR check for the penalty, for the Belgian goal that was disallowed. A few substitutions, of course, as well. And now Carrasco looking for that consolation. Onana, who's done so well on debut. He's had a nervy start, but then he really grew into the game. Really good to see. Crossed by Mertens to no one really in particular, and Cillessen can gather. 3 minutes have been added on. 3 minutes at least still to be played for Belgium to suffer, and not too many fans are making their way out. It's good to see. Depay, Bergwijn into Kurt Miners. Out to De Ligt, who's got forward. Depay again. Bergwijn. And just keeping possession now, the Dutch. Back to Van Dijk on halfway. Timber. Combining now with Frenkie de Jong. And unless the Dutch are going to seal this strong spell of possession with another goal, it looks like it's going to be just the 4. I'm back with Cillessen now. De Ligt collects. Oh, and an attempt from about halfway, and it goes only a couple of yards over. And if that had gone in, it would have been one of the greatest hat-trick goals you could ever wish to see. Memphis Depay saw Mignolet off his line, and from halfway tried to chip him, and just a bit too much on it, really. Chance now for Belgium to respond and get themselves a consolation. Carrasco is coming down the left wing. He's into the area, shapes to shoot, decides to go on the other side, fires one at Silerson with his left foot. Silerson has to put it behind as well for another corner. We've got 1 minute of the 3 added on left. Corner taken to De Bruyne. De Bruyne across. Alderweireld with the cross, and yes, he is going to get his goal. It is Michy Batshuayi. He does get one back in the last minute of the game. Belgium get their consolation. And the man who really has put a shift in since coming on, I think he's deserved that, Michy Batshuayi. A good cross there, and finally, I've lost count of how many corners Belgium have had where they've just gone short, worked it to De Bruyne, who was 25 yards or so out. He didn't cross it this time, De Bruyne. He played it to Alderweireld, who was 20 yards out or so from the right. And he looked up, saw Batshuayi at the back post, and Silerson does lose his clean sheet. Goal for Michy Batshuayi, and Belgium might get another one here. Castagna, De Bruyne. Another chance, Castagna with the cross. Another one into the danger area. Dumfries is there, and that's it. So they had the last say there, Belgium. But other than that, it was all Dutch. Dutch magic from Louis van Gaal's men. Steven Bergwijn got the ball rolling in the 40th minute with a great finish from outside the area. Memphis Depay made it 2-0 after a sloppy bit of play from Sergio Boyata. And then the 2 wing-backs, Daley Blind and Denzel Dumfries, combined for the latter to score from close range. And Blind getting forward again, knocking one beautifully into the path of Depay, who got his second of the game. Belgium had their moments, and I think maybe they just about deserved that. I think maybe Belgium didn't deserve that consolation goal, but the goal scorer, Batshuayi, who came on for the last 30 minutes or so, deserved that consolation goal right at the end for him. And it finishes at the King Baudouin Stadium in Brussels. Belgium 1, Netherlands 4. Netherlands go top of League A Group 4 in the very early stages. I've been Anthony Thomas for the Commentary Hub. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Please follow us on Twitter as well at Commentary Live 1. For more commentaries like this from the rest of the Nations League, the World Cup qualifiers as well. We've got the Women's Euro coming up as well. The action does not stop despite the season finishing. Thank you for joining me